Good morning, dear colleagues. My name is Mariel Espinosa, and today I have the pleasure to present my topic about computer-assisted language learning. And my colleague Guadalupe Sandoval will present it alive during our class. Our research is about computer-assisted language learning, which is a new method that had been created many years ago, and nowadays it is an innovative way of teaching and learning language around the world. To begin with our presentation, I will tell you a very quick overview. The search and study of application of computers in language teaching and learning is what we call computer-assisted language learning. The main aim of this way of teaching and learning language is to find ways for using these computers for the purpose of language teaching and learning. And I would like to add that not just computers, but nowadays in this year 2022, we can also use our cell phones in order to learn and teach another language. Before, let's see a little of history, cause origins can be traced back to the 1960s, when this project was confined mainly to universities. The computers were developed on large mainframe computers as the one that you can see in the pictures above me. And you also had access to these chemicals formulas that scientists wanted to share with other scientists in other part of the country or other part of the world. So this is the origin of computer assisted learning, but it began as a scientific project. This project was called Plato, which means Program Logic Automate Teaching Operations. They were able to write down the formulas and share with other people from other countries and other part of the world, and they have access to the same platform as the one that you can see in black and green letters. But nowadays we know that it has been developing until today that we can have colorful screens in our computers and cell phones. So this was a little of our history. Some characteristics of this type of learning is that we can drill and practice when we are learning a new language. We can review the content and background knowledge from our students. We can assist the learner to master separate language skills through this computer-assisted learning. It consists on three steps, which are providing stimulus, receiving active response, and giving immediate feedback. Students can receive a stimulus from a short video, a picture, or an image on their computers or cell phones. They can receive active response, or also they can receive help from their computers assistant. And at the end, they will have an immediate feedback with some recommendations for them if we use computers assisted uh, learning language. Some examples of drill and practice can be completing the sentences, choosing the best answer, and matching too. In that way, we can review vocabulary, content, even grammar through this type of learning. And they can develop the four skills, which are listening, speaking, writing, and reading through this type of learning. The second characteristic I would like to explain is the computer as tutor. These characteristics explain that we can use our computers as tutors in order to assign our students which activities we want them to develop or work on. To present to the learners the content of the lesson. This is the main aim of this characteristic that is computer as tutor. These can be in form of graphics like videos, animations, or slices. But nowadays we have these, I can call them perfect or amazing platforms or online programs that we can access to in order to develop these skills in our students when they are learning a new language. These platforms or apps can include learning activities such as real and practices and more. They can watch videos, they can read articles or paragraphs, and they can record their voices too. Some examples of computers as tutors is Rosetta Stone and my ELT from National Geographic. Rosetta Stone students can have access to this lab and they can watch videos, complete sentences, they can record the voices, they can type a paragraph, and they will develop all the skills without the teacher being present there. And my ELT also is another platform where students can access to specific content they have seen in the classroom. They can review it at home without the teacher being there checking the progress. So they will be very autonomous learners and they can retake the exercises that they feel like they need to improve. They can retake the exercises. So I will really recommend my this type of platforms in order to help our students through the computer assisted, and we can develop with them these four skills in order to communicate effectively in a second language. I would like to add some more examples of computer assisted learning, but I will change the word computer and I will use mobile devices in order to assist our learning process. These platforms like Zoom and Teams allows teachers to contact students and mix the use of different platforms and online pages and computer assisted tools that help the process of learning a new language a very interactive way and not a boring one that we are sitting alone with the computer and we don't have that interaction. So we can mix tools like Zoom, like Teams, and share our screen and work in these type of online platforms that is live worksheets where teachers can edit the tasks that they want their students to develop, and we can add videos, we can add pictures, we can add completing the sentences, matching, and many activities that you can imagine. This Word Master, it is an online page where students can drill and practice vocabulary. And I would like to finish this slide saying that Duolingo, and there are many more applications in your phones that can help you to practice your learning language process, which are Duolingo, EWA, and many others that we create in our students the auto self-taught, or they can be very autonomous in their learning and they can learn in the way they want and how many hours they want or how many minutes they want per day. So these are some examples of computer or mobile assisted learning language. To conclude, I would like to say that this new technological and virtual era had made educational system and methods change. Since 2 years ago, when the COVID-19 arrived, we had to learn about new ways of teaching our subjects, and in our case, English as a second language. So due to the necessity of being in contact with those students from other countries or from other places in our city, we need to include this type of teaching and learning a new language process. And also we need to be in contact with those people who are speaking a different language. We humans have created this computer assisted language learning to facilitate the process of acquisition. And we can learn an idiom or a language without physical teacher being there. We can choose from different apps in order to learn a new language. Thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, please type your questions below, and I will be more than happy to answer. She was my partner on the presential presentation, Guadalupe Sandoval, an English teacher, and me, Mariel Espinosa, English teacher too.